to Rants of a Naija Chic. This is your weekly recap of everything that happened in the Baby Titans house. So if you did not watch it, stick around with us and I'll take you through all the juicy details that happened within the week in the house, all right? A recap of what happened in the house last week. Evictions have started proper. So Theo and Sandra became the first pair to be sent back home. Everybody seemed surprised by that, but I think they just didn't have enough time in the house to get the audience to love them, so they went home. Monday began with the head of house as usual, and for this week the head of house was Kanaga Jr. and Blue Aiva. In my opinion, I felt they did quite well because Kanaga had some ideas about how he wanted the house to be kept clean and stuff like that. So I felt they were an okay head of house. That's an okay head of house pair. And then came nominations after the head of house was chosen. So for this week we had Black Boy and Ipileng had 5 nominations. I think they got this many nominations just because they were head of house last week and people were like, okay, you people should also taste what it's like to be nominated. I think that's why they got that many nominations. And then Khosi and Miracle got 5 nominations as well. Tabang and Nana got 4 nominations. I think Nana is the one in that pair that is kind of attributing many nominations to them, but then again, I may be wrong. JP and Luke got 3 nominations and Yemi and Nelisa got 2 nominations. Now we all know head of house has veto power and is allowed to save one pair and replace them with another. So Kanaga and Blue Aiva choose to save Yemi and Nelisa and replace them with Marvin and Yaya. Marvin did not allow us hear word. All through the week, Marvin has kept harping on the fact that Kanaga is strategic. That's why he was replaced. And I was like, he forgets that Blue Aiva has something going on with Yemi. That could also have been a motivating factor in him being saved and replaced. Yet Marvin no agree here. Marvin literally complained all week. It became almost the running story for this week. Marvin complained all week that everything Kanaga does is strategic, that even the dancing Kanaga does is strategic, even the good morning Kanaga does is strategic. And I'm like, it's almost as if you've not watched any Big Brother, show before, because everybody gets, when you're head of house, eventually you get replaced, and it happens every time. And nobody harps about it the way Marvin has harped about it. I think that kind of colored the way the audience viewed him this week, to be very honest, because he went on and on about it. I mean, you're a pair, for Christ's sake. Yaya did not go on about it the way you went on about it. So I think that will affect his votes, to be very honest. Moving on, the housemates also won their wager this week. That means they've won twice in a row now. So that's a good thing. I feel it also kind of puts pressure on the next head of house, because the head of house is kind of always like, you are in charge of making sure everybody does what they're supposed to do, so that at the end of the day you guys win your wager. So the next head of house for this coming week is going to have a little bit of pressure. But let us go on and talk about the ships that are still sailing and maybe the new ships that were formed, because I know that that's why everybody is here. Last week we had Khosi, Blue Aiva and Yemi in the middle, and in my mind I felt like this week he would define the relationship. I was very wrong. My guy has continued playing the both girls this week. Like, I don't understand how Yemi is able to get away with that in that house. But then again, I think since it's not like any of them are doing anything serious, that's why they're kind of like overlooking it. Because Khosi on her own this week, she has been trying to move to Tabang and form something with Tabang, but Tabang doesn't want to agree. From what I've seen from Tabang, I think he's very focused. He knows what he came there to do. He's not trying to be in a ship or anything like that, because Olivia, after every party, always is moving towards Tabang, trying to get him to kiss her and all that, and he keeps saying, no, you're drunk, wait till after, tomorrow morning, approach me tomorrow morning. Now we have Khosi also approaching him, and he's not giving into her advances. So I think he just doesn't want to be in any ship. But Yemi is still playing the 2 girls, and somehow he's still doing it successfully, but maybe they're not serious, so that's okay for them. Luke and Ipileng ship is still going on. If you did not watch my video last week, please definitely go and watch that video, because that's last week is when that ship was formed. That's still going on strong and all. But I want to talk about my ship, the one that I'm personally invested in, Juicy J and Yvonne. They are so cute together. I cannot even lie. I loved them last week. This week, I still love them more. That ship is still going on very strong. So if you're a shipper like me, I hate the fact that I'm calling myself a shipper, but if you're a shipper like me of that particular ship, we're still winning. The new ship that set sail this week was Kanaga Jr. and Tatsy. I think I kind of saw that coming, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know. I felt like Kanaga Jr. would not want to be in a ship. But from everything that happened this week, I mean, they kissed like twice that I saw this week. That means whatever I thought about him not wanting to be in a ship was just me thinking he's definitely in that ship. Like, that's a confirmed ship. So aside from the ships and Yemi and his triangle or whatever going on, and Marvin always complaining, this week was kind of chill. They also had their Saturday party, which was not spectacular. It was just an okay party, really. I think by now everybody knows that the people who are definitely going to turn up at the parties is Yvonne, Blue Aiva, Kanaga Jr. I think Khosi sometimes, at least for me, those are the people that really make their parties popping, and this week was no different. During the live show, JP and Luke became the second pair to be voted out of the Big Brother Titans house, and frankly, I wasn't surprised. To me, they were both mela players. JP on the stage was very salty, and I mean, I understood with her. She was talking about how she auditioned for the show for 5 years only to spend 3 weeks, and quite frankly, anybody would be pissed at that. Luke, on the other hand, was very chill. He kept talking about fate, it's his time to go, and was saying that he was a threat. That's why they, took him out. And I'm like, bros, just get fans like that. But anyways, that's it for this week's recap of Big Brother Titans. Definitely join us next week when we do the recap of week 4. See you then.